grew up with Dalton in a small town in Illinois. How you doing, brother? And we grew up kind of playing music together a little bit, and then we both ended up in Chicago in college. Met Jake here. We started writing tunes. Then I met our buddy Joe at our work, and then he kind of had similar musical tastes, and he joined in as a drummer. And then I think Jake went away for summer in New York for a little internship, little career building path. And Joe hopped up on guitar, brought his good friend from school, or acquaintance from school, on drums, Wes. And then one time Joe was gone. My voice just cracked. Our friend Javi from Javi over here hopped in on guitar while Joe was gone. And then when Joe came back, we were like, "Nah, you're not going anywhere, Javi. You're staying right here." And that's how it became. Never looked back.
We were at my Aunt Betsy and Uncle Riff's farm in Highland, Wisconsin. Just doing what boys and girls do at a farm. Drinking beers, reading books, smoking doobies, well, maybe. And we were just sitting on the porch one day, and we just, I don't know, like, so there's a comment like made about some activity someone was doing. Maybe it was like, I think it was like the story of a book or something that was happening, like the narrative of some fiction book, and it was called Post Animal, like just like as like a way to describe it. And then it just was one of those little like Zen rock and roll moments, and we decided to call our band that. And then that's just what it is, man. It's taken on a life of its own. Yeah.
It's its own thing now, so it's no longer what you described. It's completely something else now.
Seems like songs come about in different ways. Sometimes people come with a song already written, and sometimes people come with just an idea, and then everybody fleshes it out together. Sometimes somebody comes with a song already written, but they want somebody else to sing it, which is super crazy. But it seems like it's just kind of anything goes. It's not no one process. Yeah.
Black Sabbath off the bat. We all get down to Black Sabbath. A lot of 70s rock and roll, Heart, what else? Electric Light Orchestra.
Yeah,
we all love the Beatles. Listened to like 5 Beatles records on the way out southwest. What about you guys? The Eagles.
It's honestly, it ranges, I would say. What do you think, Jake?
The sweet modern bands. We liked all the Australian stuff that is really killer, and like
Chris Cohen from Canada.
From Canada.
I don't know where exactly.
Andy Shaw. He's great. Twin Peaks. They've made huge. They've influenced our live sets so much. Watching them play. Klaatu's like. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lots of guitar-oriented music, it seems. Some synth-heavy stuff too. Some hip-hop maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Hip-hop
Who-
influence music is cool.
Yes.
Very cool.
Stevie Wonder. I don't know.
Our first show was at a house in Champaign,
Ever
Illinois.
heard of the University of Illinois? Fighting Illini. That's where Dalton and I are from, relatively.
It was a country performance, actually. Maybe 2 psych songs. What do you guys think?
One kind of a
Completely
new wavy song.
Different drummer.
Teddy Matthews.
Teddy Matthews.
Bless
Shout out
his
Teddy
soul.
Matthews.
Bless him. It was at this guy that we kind of grew up playing music with's house. Not very many people there, and I don't know. We were just starting it, so it was probably really bad, and
No,
Really
dude,
fun.
it was sick.
Yeah.
It was
very
really
loud.
sick.
We were using like borrowed gear, I think. It's alive and well.
So alive. We love to talk about the Chicago music scene. We have all of our best buds in the Chicago. They're the reason why we're here, really, right now. Played like DIY shows with people, and then their bands start to take off, and then they bring our band along with their band, like Walter specifically for like the DIY scene. Twin Peaks, of course, started out DIY in Chicago, and we just got off a tour with them. So that's been really sick. The Orwells gave us like our first big like sold out show at Chop Shop. So much love for the Chicago bands. Knee High, we haven't gotten to play with them yet, but they were down in South by Southwest with us, and they're a great band. We've learned a lot. There's a lot of like good role models in the Chicago scene, but all sides of music, all different kinds. It's pretty sick.
Plenty of brothers and sisters in the scene that are all trying to just play together at the cool spots and have a good time. It's it may be slightly tough to break into when you first start out, just as it is anywhere. But once you get into it, they're nothing but like pats on the shoulder type of thing, you know, not a competition.
Yeah, there was. Also, shout out for getting the title of our first release right. Everyone always
Shout
leaves
out
off
to
the
Christian.
Post Animal.
Shout out to Geoff
whoever
as
did
well.
that. We appreciate that. But yeah, I think so Garden Series is really like three different singles that we released with B-sides. Pretty much those B-sides were straight up experiments, and even the singles themselves were like, we were just recording things in different ways. There's different musicians playing different parts. Like, I think that was the first time that Wes ever played drums on the recordings, but the first two tracks of those are still Joe playing the drums. But it was really cool. Bedroom recordings, just trying to figure out how to make bedroom recordings sound better.
Tried some DIY sounds, like ripping of duct tape, and I did that.
Yeah,
And,
we got a little Beatles,
yeah.
Beatlesy on Big Boy Smack today. What do you think, Jake?
Yeah, I think there's definitely it was a learning experience. Both of them were, and I think if you're not growing, what are you doing?
You're blowing.
You're blowing it. What are you doing? So yeah, no, I feel like we grew in a direction we're all happy with, and I think with the stuff we're working on now, we're gonna continue to do our best to keep on growing. Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. I don't know. You guys probably have it in Toronto, right? Maybe. It's like all over the world, I think, Europe and North America. But it was in like a business office building in an area of town of
Never
Chicago.
been to.
I can't remember, Elston Corridor or something. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like close to some kind of areas that people actually hang out in. But it was just like a businessy district, and it is kind of how they describe it, like an intimate setting. People sitting down watching, they're very courteous. They treat you very well. And like the guy that Brock, right? That's this guy that did that sound.
Yeah, Brock did sound.
He like the video turned out really cool, and he did a really good job of mixing it. And it was, you know, it's definitely like very unique experience, but it was fun. Yeah, not like a normal rock show at all.
I mean, that was like
that's the point of
first live video of us on like YouTube, I think. So they like helped us out with that. It looks great. People compliment us on it when we come to town. They've already seen it. That's cool. It gives you exposure. I thought it was pretty sick.
Yeah, it was a pretty good time, man. And we had, you know, drinking like Coronas or something while we were doing it too. So and we met our good friend Jude Schuma. That's how we met Jude. He's like a Chicago legend guy, but
Jude Schuma, another great
wonderful
representation of
musician.
Chicago.
Yeah, and we played a show with him randomly, and I had like heard his name a long time before that. I'd always wanted to check him out, and we did, and we became buds.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of through the Orwells, right? So they came to one of the nights of the Orwell shows because they were DJing that night. That's like,
I had a great
it was
night.
like, yeah, it was a great night. That was a
Solid night.
solid 2 nights. 2 nights at Chop Shop. But yeah, they came because they were DJing, I think, and we talked to them afterwards and said they liked it. Then we actually ended up opening for them at Talia Hall probably because of that. And then opening for the Metallia Hall, we got like a little bit closer with them, and Cadian is our roommate now. So that's how we developed like a further relationship with them, and then took us out on tour, and they're probably like the best group of guys in the world. We really love those guys. They've done a lot for us. They're very supportive of us, and like helped us, like big brothered us through our first real tour. So yeah, we're older than they are.
We had a funky night in Houston.
Oh, Houston. Houston, didn't even see the town of Houston, but the things that happened in Houston were probably the craziest things, all within like 100 feet of this hotel.
Yeah. I don't know. You know that feeling when you go to a nice and tidy hotel room, you kind of want to mess it up, jump from bed to bed. And so there's a little bit of jumping from bed to bed.
Taking your shirts off.
There's a little bit of taking your
free.
shirts off. We were just having a grand old time. Yeah. We love those guys. They know how to, like, you know, get really energetic and
they know how to get the best
stuff.
out of people.
So it worked out. It was fun. I don't know if that was like a crazy time. I mean, it was kind of crazy for us, but it wasn't like, you know, probably not giving you what you want here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm digging right now. What's some nutty stuff?
Just to give you a kind of an allegorical sense. It's like if you've ever played youth hockey, and you went on a road trip to play a tournament, and you stay at a hotel, and like you're like, you know, a group of people, and you just start kind of messing things up, not in a malicious way, but just being loud and noisy and having a really good time. And
it always goes down in those hotel rooms. You know? There's something about them.
Yeah.
There's something about them.
That was a fun night. I slept on the floor without a pillow or a blanket with these guys on right here.
And somebody put a towel on you.
Someone put a hotel towel, bath towel on me as a blanket.
It was really fun, really crazy. Definitely, we'd never really toured more than a few days, and that was kind of like, it totally it wet our whistle a little bit for touring and just getting to like play many shows in one day, and great shows too. We got the chance to play at some of the greatest venues that I've been to, and was in Austin, like the Mohawk and Barracuda, Cheer Up Charlie's. Like we did a co-op show, just like having a ton of time to play in front of people and running around between venues trying to get the van through like the mess. It was crazy. It was really fun, but like totally nuts, man. Like that's the only place where that happens, I feel like. I don't know.
Just see a bunch of bands you always wanted to see. And sometimes, like, ended up sharing a bill with bands that I've always wanted to see. Not that we, you know, it's not like you're like talking to them or hanging out most of the time, but got to come back and see some of them. It's great. Yeah.
We had a pretty weird experience there, to say the least. I don't really know how we got involved. We
just got an email, right?
Yeah, I think we just got like an email.
Booked. Yeah. There's like a part of the South by booking stuff, which I view it as being a part of South by Southwest. But I don't know if that's the case. There are a lot of bands that were on that bill. We played relatively early, very early in the day. There's like that venue. We actually ended up playing again with Twin Peaks in San Antonio. Paper Tiger. It's a great venue, but when you have like 50 bands and 4 rooms to play in, you know, it's kind of hectic and hot and not. I don't know, it was pretty fun regardless. It was just kind of like a toss-up. We just ended up down there, and we had a 20-hour drive ahead of us after that, so we just kind of went, played, and left. I had a lot of water that day. I think we all did.
We met some really sick dudes that came to us.
Ruben, right?
Yeah.
Ruben Morales.
Yeah.
Ruben. I don't remember his name.
And then they came back.
Yeah. And then we met these guys at the Paper Tiger the first time, and then they came to the Twin Peaks show and brought their like friends and brothers and stuff. It was cool. Peace be with you. Yeah. I don't think we're like we're not like affiliated with Burger Records. I think it's a cool record label.
Yeah.
They do a lot of wild stuff. It's cool to be a part of it though. Yeah. Unfortunately didn't get to stay to see any other bands. Yeah. We did
Show's
watch the
great.
show. I didn't watch it. I watched it alone. But I had a good time watching it.
It's a great show. It's a really good show. Joe does well.
Joe.
I think we're very proud of Joe.
We're extremely proud of Joe. We're extremely proud of Joe right now. Joe is not with us right now because he is having a successful time with that show. Good
Yeah.
for Joe. We love Joe. Joe's our boy.
Joe buddy.
Dude, that was honestly, it's the first time that these guys are hearing it out of my mouth. But that was like the first day in a long time that I actually like wanted to cry, just because it was so
It's
messed
tough
up.
watching
It
Dalton
was just
that
like
day.
it was just because like
Just wanted to give him
we
a
would
hand.
like get our hopes up that day. Like it started off by us stopping for gas, and the van wouldn't start, and then we kind of got into an argument amongst each other, and then the van did start, but it only started for like 20 feet. So it's like we made all this progress, and we like made up with each other, and we're talking about how like we're gonna like be able to communicate better as a group. because of, like,
That's a great talk.
Yeah, it was a really great talk. It was like a band bonding experience.
Oh,
And then like the
man.
van breaks down again. There was just like a testament to us to like keep it, and we like finally pushed the van up this hill to this Meineke shop. That's like I don't know, like maybe 200 feet away. It wasn't that big of a push, but it definitely looked pretty weird for all of us to be pushing our van with like our boots on and long hair, and then we
In
get there
Tupelo,
and they,
Mississippi, where Elvis Presley was born.
yeah, Tupelo,
And-
Mississippi.
No Presleys live there anymore.
Yeah, but basically they told us that they could fix the van, and they gave us a quote, and we were like, yeah, do it. And then they put all this work in. They worked really hard. They stayed 2 hours late, but from what we know now, it seems like they were fixing the wrong thing. So then it was Saturday, and in Tupelo, the place that we were at, everywhere was closed on Sundays, so we thought we were absolutely screwed. But then, like by a miracle, the Twin Peaks guys actually hooked us up with a hotel that night. So that's like one example of
Missed
how
that show in
good they
Birmingham,
were.
Alabama. That was a tough pill to swallow. But we had a bottle of gin from the night before. We had some sad drinking. Sad gin and Sprites.
We made the best of it. But
And
yeah,
we
it was
got it
extremely
fixed.
sad. Yeah, we got it fixed the next day. Oliver from Tupelo, freelance mechanic, you're our guy from now on.
Yep.
I think the answer is yes, and we are very excited for it. And what was the third question? Yeah, not always. I guess, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that we're getting to play so much is just like so sick. Yeah.
Our manager kind of set this
Ryan.
whole thing up. Ryan, our manager. Hi, Ryan. The other tours were we just kind of hopped on, like this one and the Twin Peaks one. But this one is kind of like a personal accomplishment. So yeah, so I don't know. We're feeling good about it.
Very
Yeah.
excited for some of the bands we get to play with on that. Like you were saying, Levitation Room, Nude Party are some of our best band friends in the whole world. And playing with our friends Evening Attraction from Chicago, Acid Dad on the 1st of June in Brooklyn. Yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a new adventure.
Looking forward to it.
West
We're looking
Coast?
forward to earning our stripes
Best guy.
on the West Coast.
So they say. Who knows? We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. It's the wrong tour. Ooh, lyrically, it's very vague. I think it's just about, I guess, the not knowing what's about to happen, and that being like a special moment, and the confusion that comes along with that.
Overwhelmed.
Like that
Where-
song, yeah, it started out just with like a bass line, and that's about it. And then this guy and Joe and Matt and Jake and Wes all put their touch on it,
Yeah.
and
That
it
was
turned into
one of the most collaborative
yeah.
songs.
That was like one of the ones where we kind of like
Like
it
jammed
came
once
together.
and turned into-
yeah, it just came together over time. That's like shows the audacity of these guys to make such a weird thing right, you know. It's weird, but it's right. We like it. It's fun to play. We've been playing it. It's a little slice of what's to come.
It was one of the only songs where we were actually like making and finishing the parts as we were recording them, which is kind of exciting. Kind of like a freaky experience because you want to like have riffs and parts that, you know, stand the test of time. But I think it turned out, I think we liked it. We like it, yeah, so. Yeah. Do we like it?
We like it a lot.
Oh, in the video?
Video, we like that a lot too.
They really did it up with that video.
Alec is a friend of ours known throughout the scene because he shoots a lot of bands in Chicago, and he came to us with a video proposal, a couple of them, in fact, and we kind of said, yeah, we can go with that one, horror story, and he set it all up and did it with Max and a lot, like a pretty solid crew of people that all helped out, and they found a crazy location, and Alec found some crazy expensive cameras and made it happen. And then Felix, I might know Felix's last name, edited the mojo into it.
My first experience with Alec, he was coming over to hang out with me and Joe, and he was proposing to Joe this script, or he wanted Joe to be in this thing he was making. It was called Corpse Bong. It was about it's like a horror movie about
What do you think it is?
a bong being made out of somebody's corpse. So I was pretty sold on the guy, and yeah, it turned out really good.
Yeah. TBC.
Yes.
Do it? Yeah. No,
C.
we're working on like I don't know 9 other songs that may or may not be an album yet.
Full length something or other. Could something or other be almost finished?
Could possibly be something 2017.
And it could have a title. But we'll wait on that one.
Thank you guys.
Thank
You
you.
guys were great, Jeff.
It's very fun. It's very
Thank
comfortable
you.
chairs.
Yeah,
Jeff and Christian.
it's a
like
wonderful.
your friend that
experience.
was in the UK. Shouts out to.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
she knows the real deal. She knew the right title, and she knew Pray for Shannon. Shannon is doing okay right now. Keep praying, though.